Now, from your weather authority, here's Chief Meteorologist Dan Smith.
Well, maybe if we had gotten these clouds in a little bit earlier today, we might not have hit the triple-digit mark. But as it stands, I do believe we hit around 103 for today's high, and still 99 out at the airport, and humidity a little bit lower than we have been trending at least last week, and it had been feeling closer to 110 when we had those triple-digit days last week. So at least we're not at that point. 10 to 15 miles an hour for those winds from the south right now. But we have this complex of storms that we're keeping a very close eye on off to the north. If that comes through, I don't really think it'll be a repeat of what we had a couple of early mornings ago, but moreover, I still think there is that chance for at least seeing some gusty winds later on within the next few hours or so. Now, right now, you had that one system, one cell fizzling out towards the western tip of Crockett County, off a little bit north towards Midland, Odessa, Big Spring area. Even that looks like it's starting to die out a bit, but this is still holding strong, and this is what's a little bit more concerning. Now, right between Dallas-Fort Worth, they're pretty much all under that severe thunderstorm warning for about 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. I know up in Denton they had a 67 reading. It looks like that Denton one just expired because the cell's moving further south, and so are these ones. This is what would clip us if anything, and that's the most concerning of these cells right now, or at least these storm complexes. I personally think that this is going to be still moving a little bit further off towards our northeastern counties, if anything. The models have been all over the place on this. If we are going to get any activity, this is going to be within the next few hours. This should make it to I-20 by, I would say, closer to about 8 o'clock. If we're going to see the winds out of that, that might be closer to 9 for San Angelo. And as far as the rain is concerned, about a 20 to 30% chance for the north, and even less so for San Angelo. Still, you want to keep that on the back burner, at least in the back of your mind, just in case that does make it down. 103 for today's high, not a record. Yesterday's was. We set at 105. Previous was 104. But at least we're not up to 107. And yet we've already hit that for the calendar year. I believe that was last Saturday we actually hit that. 75 was our morning low, so pretty warm in that respect. We are now a half inch, just around a half inch over for the calendar year. The over is the good news part. The fact that that is dwindling is the bad news. However, drought monitor for this week, fairly blank. San Angelo technically not under drought conditions, but you do have all these stage 1, stage 2, even stage 3 drought conditions in orange there, just surrounding in and around the Concho Valley. This is more piggybacking on the rain that we had earlier in the week, and even just a couple of weeks ago within that. So at least it's looking a little bit greener around here than it might normally, being this far extended into June, but still it's going to be hard to come by, especially if we don't get any tonight. Winning with the weather for this week: 4 Schlitterbahn tickets, 4 beach towels, and a $50 gas card to get you to New Braunfels. You have until midnight to visit ConchoValleyHomepage.com and enter to win. So thank you, Parsons, for that one. 74 degrees for tonight. I think those scattered storms stay mostly north, still putting a 30% chance on the board regardless. And your Weather Authority 7-day forecast, it's 97 for Saturday, 96 for Sunday. So even starting yesterday, technically today was cooler, that gradual cooling trend is going to send us down Monday and Tuesday. Otherwise, a fairly quiet week shaping up. Have those mid-90s to look forward to in comparison to the hundreds that we have been getting. We'll be right back.